I'm Asia, and this is my makeup presentation for the 1984 presentations, and yeah, we're gonna start.
What is privacy to you?
Privacy to me is being able to be in my own room, be to myself, be able to look at what I want to look at, do whatever I want to do, not have anyone watching me. As far as in 1984, they weren't able to do many things. They weren't able to think for themselves. They weren't able to write in journals. They weren't able to write down any of their thoughts. They had like people watching them through telescreens, so they really didn't have much privacy. Their own children were turned against them into like spies and were ratted out to government. So, and like in our society today, I think we pretty much would not know what to do if we didn't have some bit of privacy. I mean, we are recorded technically when we do leave places like stores. Anywhere we go, technically, there's cameras watching us, but as far as in our own homes, we're able to do whatever we want.
Okay, so do you feel that everyone has the same rights in America?
Personally, I mean, it's in the Constitution, Bill of Rights. We all are entitled as Americans to freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, the basic amendments. So technically everyone does, but that doesn't stop from society from coming up with their own ways to limit certain minorities, and we all are entitled, but that doesn't stop that vicious cycle of oppression. 1984, I feel as though not everyone has rights. I mean, a lot of their rights are taken from them. They're in different categories, like on a scale. You have the party, and then you have the people that work for the certain ministries, and you have the prowls, and they're kind of like the savages, kind of like in Brave New World, and they don't really have any type of rights. They're able, well, technically that's not true, they're able to do whatever they want, but I feel like in the novel they don't have open rights. Basically they can't do anything except for follow the party rules.
Do you feel that people have the right to be alone?
Of course, by all means, you're able to be isolated if you want to, but at the same time I feel like there's a point where you need to have some type of social contact. Like us being humans, like after a while, if you don't have anyone to like relate with, talk to, share your feelings with, you kind of become empty in a way. In our society, there's the people that love being outgoing, love having a big group of friends, and then you have the people like me who kind of like to stay to themselves, be that individual, that loner. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be around people, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be alone from people.
So what do you think that drives people to become active in the government?
I think when things don't go people's ways, like so far with our presidential election, I feel ever since people didn't vote and he ended up getting elected, now they feel like, oh, let's do something after the fact, but what can you do? I feel like once things go bad in a way in society, then people feel like they need to make a change, but until something happens, they won't do it.
What political view do you hold and why?
I personally, okay, let's see. I wouldn't say I know that much about politics, but from personal views, I know that my family is Democrats, so I would probably fall into Democrats because they have more of the free view, open to interpretation, as far as Republicans are more strict on what the Constitution says, and they go for very different things than what I believe.